Hello everyone, I am Natalia Tercian and in this video I will be talking about teacher health and well-being related to working conditions. Teachers must have a careful look at the execution of their pedagogical practice as their guiding principle contextualized with the school reality. This might establish relationships with knowledge, doing, and with being and feeling. The educational objectives are the reduction of social inequalities, valuing education workers with adequate school infrastructure, and investments in public education. However, what is perceived is a process of precarious teaching work. The poor working conditions in public schools are evident, with an excessive number of students per class, with teachers working double shifts, and having excess of activities outside class hours. The issues presented in teaching work are also perceived in the school context, with precarious facilities, lots of noise, lack of resources, and factors that involve social inequalities. In this way, teachers end up performing a social function that goes beyond the teaching learning process. In Brazil, a research was carried out by the study group called ProfSmog. Teachers who presented a high degree of stress, depression, burnout, and polypathologies were included in the investigation. From the interviews, theoretical assumptions were made and are presented in this picture. In Spain, several studies highlight that teachers experience increasing tension in the daily work. Some of the issues involved are social changes, new demands, emerging realities such as inclusive education and gender equality. Teaching under such conditions leads to the accumulation of stress and personal burnout. This syndrome has become a social and public health issue. Many authors emphasize that one of the key aspects in mitigating the effects of burnout is prevention. According to some specialists, there are some strategies to prevent burnout. Individual strategies to help teachers disconnect from work, group strategies that focus on seeking social support, and organizational strategies that involve measures implemented by the educational administration. So, are these terms linked? Dissatisfaction, stress, mobbing, burnout? Let's see. Stress affects the entire body. Behaviorally stressed people increase the consumption of substances and are more aggressive. Psychologically, they present depression and anxiety attacks. Emotionally, they are exhausted and feel depersonalized. The term mobbing refers to harassment and describes the psychological, covert, and sophisticated violence in the workplace. Freudenberger was the first to describe burnout as the emptiness caused by exhaustion of physical and mental resources. There are some strategies that help mitigate the consequences of stress, psychologically, learning to control breathing, seeking social support, etc. In terms of self-control strategies, there are techniques such as setting priorities, simplifying activities, and rejecting irrational demands. The education system must confront challenges that arise from the social environment. There are specific professional difficulties that are called reality shock issues. The positive impact of initial training faced with the real experiences in the school environment. In Argentina, Miriam Bergali names the concept of teacher distress, and she argues that the school is becoming an unhealthy environment and its ailments are not recognized as occupational diseases. Teacher distress manifests in various ways. For example, changes in the value of the teaching role, the absence of a recognition, relational issues, and the fact that the technology invades the classroom and many teachers do not have the preparation to handle it. An Argentinian psychologist, Deolidia Martinez, argues that teaching generates organic changes that do not appear immediately. This, known as residual fatigue, starts as a lack of restful sleep, and when it exceeds the physical tolerance limit, the risk of accident is very high. In her thesis, Bergali included a survey conducted by Cetera, which aimed to demonstrate the conditions in which teachers work. The survey revealed that teachers are overworked, suffering from high levels of fatigue and organic deterioration. In the University of Salvador in Buenos Aires, a course for teachers focused on the brain health has been organized. The most concerning issue is the consumption of psychotropic drugs and self-medication among teachers. So, prevention is the best policy. Thanks for watching.